Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build for the Newcrest series, which is a series where I build a house or community building on every lot in Newcrest, and then I'm going to play through the town. So this is actually one of the last families and residential houses that I'm going to be building for in Newcrest. Let's see, I think there's only one more. Yeah, I want to say there's only one more by the time I'm releasing this one. And then there are going to be 3 more community lots that I actually haven't built yet. So we're getting very close to the end of this Newcrest build series and getting ready to go into the Newcrest Let's Play series. So yeah, I'm really excited. Now, about this house, I can't decide if I actually like this house or not. I really love the layout that I end up going with at the end. Right now, the entire layout of the house is looking a little funky, but I go through and fix it later, I think, and it looks a lot better. I really like that part of this house, but the rest of it, I don't know. I was having such a hard time styling this house. The only room I can say I really like is this kitchen that I'm working on right now. Yeah, I like the black wood that I chose for the floors in the kitchen and the living room. And I like this little office area. I don't like how I styled it so much, but I like the idea of it. I'll get to it in a minute and talk about it more then, but part of the reason why I probably don't like this house so much and it doesn't look as good as I think it can or should is mostly because every single time I worked on this build it was past midnight, and that's been for like the past 3 days. I think I worked on it 3 separate days. So those two things together, one, it being so late. I don't usually stay up quite that late. I usually go to bed around midnight. But that, I don't know. I've been having trouble sleeping, so I decided to work on builds and just kind of relax and try to get sleepy. Not that building makes me sleepy, but it's very relaxing. So yeah, anyways, I never worked on this during the day, so that's probably a huge reason why I don't really like it that much. And then I don't usually separate out my builds to different days. Usually if I go and do a build, I do the entire thing in one sitting. It helps me just kind of stay in the focus of that house and the style and the story that I have in my head. I don't want to forget anything, so I usually just like build everything and write everything down, and then I'll create the family right after I build the house or right before. Sometimes I have done in the past. Really it just depends on which is clearer in my head, the house or the family. Usually I think of them together, but whichever thing I feel like will help me most easily express the other is what I do first, if that makes any sense. Like if I feel like the family will influence the house a lot more, then I'll go for the family first. For example, with Color Splash, that family was very clear in my mind, so that's what happens with that house. And then there's other houses like Beige Bliss, one of the first ones I did, where I kind of had this idea of the really luxurious, showy house, and that was the family that I kind of thought would live there, that kind of family. And yeah, now that I think about it, actually, I probably should have made the Sims first for this house because they were pretty clear in my head. The house I wasn't too sure about, and you probably noticed by now I've changed my mind like a million times when I'm going through picking the furniture. just the bedrooms is awful. I switch beds at least 4 times for each bedroom, I think. And then I switch them around and put them in opposite bedrooms, and it was just a mess. I had a really hard time styling this house. And yeah, so the Sims who live here are actually brothers. I decided to make them just adult brothers who live together for now. They're just kind of working on stuff. They don't really need separate houses, I guess. Their parents are probably pretty rich because this house is fairly expensive. I think it's $65,000 perhaps. So it would be kind of difficult to work up enough money in just a one single Sim family if you were starting from a young adult. Maybe if you had a child that you would eventually want to have a house like that, that would be reasonable. I think you could do that, but as far as these Sims go, I'm definitely going to have to cheat to put them in there, but that will be part of our story, so no big deal. So these brothers just kind of live together. They get along fairly well. They're kind of similar, but there's one huge fundamental difference between them that I think is going to make the progression of their story pretty interesting. So the older brother, his name is Eric Reynolds, and he has like a big beard, he has really long hair, he's kind of a player. His lifetime aspiration is to be a serial romantic, which basically means he has to go on a ton of dates with any Sims. He has the non-commitment, or whatever it's called. What is it called for real? I don't remember. He doesn't like commitment, basically. So he's never going to really settle down with anyone. He's just gonna go on tons of dates for the rest of his life, and that's good enough for him. That's what he wants. Now, his younger brother, Joe, actually has somewhat of the opposite aspiration. Not totally opposite, like technically, because the opposite of the serial romantic in the love aspirations would be to find your soulmate, which is similar to what this guy wants, but I actually gave him the big happy family aspiration. So basically, he just wants to find a wife and have a ton of kids and have like a big successful family, and that is his life wish. So the brothers, they have pretty opposite life dreams, and I am sure at some point one of these brothers is gonna have to move out because they can't both fulfill their life wishes in the same house. That would be weird. Just the one brother couldn't start his family while his older brother lives with him. That's odd. So one of these brothers is definitely going to be leaving the house at some point. I haven't decided who. I'm going to see what happens with the Sims first. Maybe our younger Sim will never find his soulmate person to start a family with. We'll see how it goes. So yeah. So I'm working on the bedrooms now, and I just realized that I completely talked over when I was building in the office area, so I didn't get a chance to talk about that at all. But basically, you probably saw it, I built a little window into the wall that kind of separates that office area from the rest of the living room area, or the main entrance area especially. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea, just to block off the office and make it a little more of an actual space than just a nook in the wall or something. Here we've come to my endless switching of the beds because I could not decide what looked good in there. I think that was my final choice just now. I don't think I'm going to change them again. Yeah, I'm just working on decor, it looks like. Okay. I don't really remember what happened in this speed build. It was so late and so many days. Anyway, looks like we're coming to the end of the build though. I don't think I do landscape during the recording. I'm pretty sure I just did that off recording. So I hope you enjoyed this build and my weird narration. Sorry, I feel like I rambled a lot. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post Sims videos every Friday, Saturday, and occasionally on Sundays. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!